Welcome to my channel Detailed Math Solutions. In this video I'm going to multiply each pair of binomials with decimal and quadratic terms displayed on the screen and 4 more similar pairs. To solve these exercises, I'm going to use the special product formula for sum and difference of the same terms, a plus b in parentheses multiplied by a minus b in parentheses equals to a squared minus b squared. This formula can also be written as a minus b in parentheses multiplied by a plus b in parentheses equals to a squared minus b squared. I'm going to use the formula written in both ways to solve the following exercises. First exercise. Multiply 0.2x squared minus 1.1 in parentheses and 0.2x squared plus 1.1 in parentheses. For this exercise, I notice that in the first parenthesis, I have the two terms 0.2x squared and 1.1. I also have the same two terms in the second parenthesis. In the first parenthesis, it's the difference between the two terms. And in the second parenthesis, it's the sum of the two terms. Therefore, I can use the formula, and 0.2x squared will correspond to the a in the formula, and 1.1 will correspond to the b in the formula. And when I apply it, this equals to 0.2 x squared in parentheses squared minus 1.1 squared, which equals to 0.2 squared x squared in parentheses squared minus 1.21, which equals to 0.04 x to the fourth power minus 1.21. Next exercise. Multiply 1.2 plus 0.3 y squared in parentheses and 1.2 minus 0.3 y squared in parentheses. When I apply the formula, I have 1.2 squared minus 0.3 y squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 1.44 minus 0.3 squared multiplied by y squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 1.44 minus 0.09 y to the fourth power. Next exercise. Multiply 0.4x squared minus 1.3y squared in parentheses and 0.4x squared plus 1.3y squared in parentheses. Again, 0.4x squared will correspond to the a in the formula and 1.3y squared will correspond to the b in the formula. And when I use the formula, this equals to 0.4x squared in parentheses squared minus 1.3 y squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 0.4 squared x squared in parentheses squared minus 1.3 squared y squared in parentheses squared. When I simplify further, this equals to 0.16 x to the fourth power minus 1.69 y to the fourth power. Next exercise. Multiply 1.5a squared plus 0.5b squared in parentheses and 1.5a squared minus 0.5b squared in parentheses. Again, when I apply the formula, this equals to 1.5a squared in parentheses squared minus 0.5b squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 1.5 squared multiplied by a squared in parentheses squared minus 0.5 squared multiplied by b in parentheses squared, which equals to 2.25 a to the fourth power minus 0.25 b to the fourth power. Next, I'm going to multiply 4 more pairs of binomials with decimal quadratic terms as displayed on the screen. Multiply 0.1x squared plus 0.7a squared in parentheses and 0.1x squared minus 0.7a squared in parentheses. Similar to the prior exercises, I'm going to apply the formula, and the term 0.1x squared corresponds to the a in the formula and 0.7a squared corresponds to the b in the formula. And when I apply the formula, this equals to 0.1x squared in parentheses squared minus 0.7a squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 0.1 squared x squared in parentheses squared minus 0.7 squared a squared in parentheses squared. When I simplify further, this equals to 0.01 x to the fourth power minus 0.49 a to the fourth power. Next exercise. Multiply 0.9 y squared minus 0.6 b squared in parentheses and 0.9 y squared plus 0.6 b squared in parentheses. When I apply the formula, this equals to 0.9 y squared in parentheses squared minus 0.6 b squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 0.9 squared multiplied by y squared in parentheses squared minus 0.6 squared multiplied by b in squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 0.81 y to the fourth power minus 0.36 b to the fourth power. Next exercise. Multiply 1.4x squared plus 0.8y squared in parentheses and 1.4x squared minus 0.8y squared in parentheses. This equals to 1.4 x squared in parentheses squared minus 0.8 y squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 1.4 squared x squared in parentheses squared minus 0.8 squared y squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 1.96 x to the fourth power minus 0.64 y to the fourth power. Lastly, I'm going to multiply 2.5a squared minus 2.1b squared in parentheses and 2.5a squared plus 2.1b squared in parentheses. Again, when I apply the formula, I have 2.5a squared in parentheses squared minus 2.1b squared in parentheses squared, which equals to 2.5 squared a squared in parentheses squared minus 2.1 squared b squared in parentheses squared. When I simplify further, I get 6.25 a to the fourth power minus 4.41 b to the fourth power. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the like button. I'm thrilled that you joined me and look forward to sharing my other videos. Please click on any video displayed on the screen to see more detailed math solutions.